Hello and Assalamualaikum. We are from AC44 and we will be present on risk and return, and we will be focused on single asset and CAPM. First of all, I would like to introduce our presenter, that is me, Syafiqah Nazura binti Mazlan. Second presenter, Nur Aisyah binti Ismaun. Third presenter, Rozaina Zura binti Ismail, followed by Nurul Imani binti Hamzah, and last Siti Khalila binti Saleh. There are 5 characteristics of individual securities, that is expected return, variance, standard deviation, covariance, and correlation. Okay, will be the question that we will be focused on. That is share A, this is for share A, and this is for share B. Okay, I will be focused on expected return, and first of all, I will calculate expected return for share A. And to calculate expected return, this is the formula for expected return, that is the sum of P times by R. And we need 3 columns to calculate expected return. The first column will be probability. The second column will be possible return, that will be in percent. And the third column is P times by R. First of all, you have to take 0.05 times by negative 10, and you get the answer, that is negative 0.5. Next, 0.25 times by 15, and you get 3.75. 0.30 times by 20, we get 6. And 0.35 times by 25, we get 8.75. And last, 0.05 times by 30, you will get 1.5. And after you have calculated P times by R, you have to calculate the expected return. That is, the expected return is the sum of P times by R. That means you have to plus negative 0.5 plus 3.75 plus 6 plus 8.75 and plus 1.5, and you will get 19.5%. That is the expected return for share A. Next, I will be proceed on expected return for share B. As you can see, we will use the same method for share B that we will use as share A. As you can see, this is share A, this is share B. The difference is the amount of the return. This is share B. So for example, you have to calculate 0.05 times 20, you will get 1. 0.25 times negative 5, you will get negative 1.25. 0.30 times by 26, you will get 7.8. 0.35 times by 32, you get 11.2. 0.05 times by 38, you will get 1.9. And as I said before, to calculate the expected return, you have to plus all the sum of P times by R. That is 1 plus negative 1.25 plus 7.8 plus 11.2 plus 1.9, and you will get 20.65%. Okay, that's all from me for expected return.
Next, I will proceed to calculate standard deviation and variance. Okay, before we calculate the standard deviation, we need to calculate the variance first. Okay, I will show you the formula of standard deviation. Okay, this is the formula, this standard deviation, which is R is the possible return, need to minus with expected return, and we need to square, and then the answer must be square root. Okay, to calculate the standard deviation, we need 5 columns, which is, this is first column, probability that have been given by question, and second column, possible return, also been given by question. Okay, third column is the expected return that we have calculated just now, which is the answer is 19.5%. Okay, this expected return must be same for all probability. Okay, for fourth column, this is the formula, which is possible return minus with expected return and square the answer. Okay, for example, for probability 0.05 need to we must follow the formula. Okay, possible return need to minus with expected return, and we square, then we get 870.25. okay, for probability 0.25, also using the same method, 15 minus with 19.5, and we square the answer, then we get 20.25. okay, so this is followed by all the probability using the same method. okay, and lastly, to get the variance, the real variance answer, okay, this is the formula. Possible return need to minus with expected return, then we square, then the answer we need to times with probability. okay, I will show you. okay, for the probability 0.05, okay, after we get this answer at 70.25, then we times with 0.05. okay, then we will get the answer for 3.5125. okay, same with the probability of 0.25, which is the answer of this formula, 20.25, we times with 0.25, then we get the answer 5.0625. okay, for the third, fourth, and fifth probability, we use the same method. Then after we get all this answer, we total all the answer, then we get 64.75. okay, this is for we calculate the variance of share A. okay, for share B, okay, for share B, we using the same method. okay, for probability 0.05, to calculate this formula, we use possible return 20, and we need to minus with expected return, which is 20.65, and we square the answer, then we get 0.42. okay, same method to 0.25 probability, we need to possible return -5 minus with expected return 20.65, then we square the answer, then we get 657.92. okay, this is followed by all the probability, use the same method. okay, and lastly, to get the variance of share B, we use the same method. The answer of fourth column, we times with probability. okay, for 0.05 of probability, we need to times with 0.05 times with 0.42, then we get the 0.021. okay, for it's same to 0.25 probability, which is time with this answer 657.92, then we will get 164.48. okay, then after we get all the answer, then we total sum all this answer, then we will get 233 and 0.225. okay, after we get the both share, which is share A and share B, we get the answer of the standard deviation, variance, then we can calculate the variance. okay, as we can see here, for share A, we have get variance 64.75. then how can we calculate the standard deviation? So this is the formula, the answer of the variance, we need to square root. Okay, then 64.75 square root the answer, then we will get 8.05%. Okay, it's same for share B, which is the variance answer is 233.225. Then we calculate the answer, 233.235 square root the answer, then we will get 15.27. Okay.
I'm Rosanna Zura binti Ismail. Okay, now I will proceed to coefficient variance. I will show you how to calculate coefficient variance. The formula of coefficient variance is standard deviation divided by expected return. For the share A, standard deviation is 8.05 divided by expected return for share A 19.5. You will get 0.4128. And for the share B, standard deviation is 15.27 divided by 20.65. You will get 0.7395. When you get the answer for coefficient variance for share A and share B, you need to comment which one you should invest, whether share A or share B. In this case, I will invest in share A because CV is low and high return. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nurimani binti Hamzah, and I will continue with the covariance. The formula for the covariance is the sum of the probability times with possible return minus expected return for share A times with possible return minus expected return for share B. Okay, this is the expected return for share A and this is expected return for share B. First, we need to construct a table. For the first column is the probability. Second and third column is the possible return for share A and share B in percentage. Fourth and fifth column is the possible return minus expected return for share A and share B. And then we need to substitute the amount into the formula. Okay, we try first 0.05 times with negative 29.5 times with 0.65, and you will get negative 0.0325. And you can use the same formula to calculate for the rest of it. And the total of the covariance is 61.575.
Okay, I am last presenter. My name is Siti Khalila binti Saleh. I will explain and show how to calculate correlation coefficient. So this is a formula for correlation coefficient where Pxy equal to covariance xy divided with standard deviation x, standard deviation y. Okay, for the answer 61.575, you may take this answer from the previous calculation of covariance and divide with the standard deviation for share A 8.05 times with the standard deviation for share B 15.27, and you will get the answer 0.50. So that's all for calculation capital asset pricing model. Thank you.